Hello, this is Andy's Golf and Travel Diary at the Broken Sound Club, and I'm here with Frank Siller, Chairman and CEO of the Stephen Siller Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Tell me a little bit about the day here today.
Well, it's a beautiful day. You couldn't ask for nicer weather, and to have so many people come out in support of our men and women who sacrificed so much for our country, the most catastrophically injured, and we're going to, so the money today will go towards one of these houses that we're building for these kids, smart homes, so they give back some of their independence.
Do you have a couple minutes to answer a few more questions?
Absolutely.
Frank, tell me a little bit about your brother Stephen.
Well, Stephen, on September 11, 2001, was on his way home to play golf with myself, my brother George, and my brother Russ, when he heard on his radio scanner, he was a New York City firefighter, and he heard on his radio scanner that the Twin Towers was hit. So he drove back to his firehouse. He got his gear, and his firehouse was close to the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. So he drove there. It was closed for security reasons, so he strapped 60 pounds of gear on his back, and he ran through the tunnel, which is almost 2 miles long, the tunnel itself, and up West Street to the towers, and while he was saving other people's lives, he gave up his own.
Tell me a little bit about the personal side of him as a brother and as a golfer.
Oh, he was a great golfer. He loved golf. We used to get up before the sun got up. We would tee off in the dark many times, and squeeze our. We could play 18 holes in easily 2.5 hours. We moved pretty quickly, and as a matter of fact, one of the last times we played, we were up in the Catskills, and we played 63 holes. The last 9 holes with just one club, and you had to run to the ball, speed golf. But we were planning to get 90 holes in one day. That was our big plan. We didn't know life was going to change so quickly. But Stephen loved golf, and he loved camaraderie. He loved brothership. He loved people. Obviously, he was willing to sacrifice his life for others. And as a family, Stephen was the youngest of 7. He was orphaned at age 10. Our parents died when he was very young, and we're much older than what he was. So we raised him. But we took that sacrifice that he made, and he taught his older brothers and sisters that every day is important, and he taught us to do good. And that's what we do as a foundation. And we'd be able to turn that tragedy around to doing good for other people. And what more important than to build these houses for the most catastrophically injured service members around the country? These guys, triple, quadruple amputees that give us so much for our country. It's the least we could do.
Tell me a little bit more about his legacy, this Tunnel to Towers. How did it start? What was the first home?
Well, it started, the foundation started right after 9/11. We started a couple of months afterwards. We knew we had to do something to honor the sacrifice that he made that day. We were doing many different things. The run is a marquee event. Every year in New York, we retrace his final heroic footsteps. We have over 30,000 people run through the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. Firefighters from around the country come running gear. We have 2,500 West Point cadets running cadence. We have military personnel from all over the country that come and run this event. And we've been able to, through that, raise some money and to do some good work. But, 2009, we heard about Brendan Morocco, the first quadruple amputee ever survived, was from our hometown, Staten Island, New York. And a group of us went down to visit him at Walter Reed Army Medical Center. At the time, was in Washington. And while I was there, I said, "Hey, Brendan, it would be an honor and a privilege to our foundation to build you a house." And he humbly accepted. And that was the first house we built. And we saw the difference it made in his life. And, we had no great vision. I can't say we had that, but when you built this house and we saw the difference that it made for that young man, we knew that we had to do more. And then we decided to do for all quadruple amputees, and there was 3 of them right away, and now there's 5. But from there we said, hey, there's just so many of these guys that have paid such a big price, and we've committed to build over 200 of these homes, and we're going to do it.
Frank, for the folks out there that'd like to make a donation, how would they go about doing that?
Just go to tunneltotowers.org. Remember, my brother ran through the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel to the towers. So tunneltotowers.org, you go right on it. You'll see our program, the Building for America's Bravest program. That's the program that we build the houses. You just click on right there. You can make a donation. And, recently, we're about first responders, those who put their lives on the line for us every single day. We had the 2 police officers that were assassinated in New York City, Detective Lou and Ramos, And we're proud to say that we're the foundation that came right away, stepped up, and raised $1 million to pay off their mortgages. And we did it like that. I should say America did it like that, because there was a tremendous need. And we wanted to, once again, turn something that was so bad, let them see that people care and that there's light at the end of their tunnel that they're in. So that's what we're all about as a foundation, to make sure we do the right thing and protect those who protect us.
Well, Frank, it's an honor and a privilege to be here today to learn about your brother Stephen and him running through that tunnel to the light and so much good he's done for people. And it was also an honor and a privilege to meet you. And thank you for being on Andy's Golf and Travel Diary.
Andy, thank you. And we'll see you soon again. And we need the help. And we have golf outings all over America. Somebody wants to do something, do a golf outing for these guys. Anybody could do a golf outing. It's work. There's no question about it. But look what these guys are sacrificing for us. Thank you.